Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by Koba Yamada. Believe in the magic of tomorrow, and your spirits will be lifted on the wings of hope. Market needs some hope here. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 47, NASDAQ off 9.5, S&P's down 5.5, gold contract down 170, trading at 1,087 an ounce. Silver up 3 cents at $14.55 an ounce. Platinum down 6 at $9.54 a pound. Light sweet crude up 64 cents at $45.81 a barrel. Bonds. We had the 10-year down 22 ticks, 127.04. 30 was off 30 ticks, 156.21. The 10 and the 30-year bond, folks, continue to want higher price. We pull back today with lighter volume. Those babies are building cause for much higher price. King dollar. King dollar up 394 ticks at 98.01. That is going to go after the swing point. It's going to need a lot more volume than it did today. It did about 38,000. It needs like over 45,000 to get in, break that heavier, that bigger swing point that it's been going after for quite some time and has failed each and every time it's got up to that level. Euro down 56 at 108. Yen up 24 at 124.27. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have out here? Okay, so you're at 209.24. You have an inside day inside the S&P. You can make the point that it really was a, basically sideways move. Volume-wise out here, we did 79 million shares, which is light. And bottom line, though, what you do have is this. Once you got into the 209.50 area again, you're into the lower range. That is where we came off the lows that were established out here on the 27th. So I suspect we're still going to go after this 27th, which is the 207.55 to 206.26 area. The NDX 100, what do you have inside the Qs? Same setup inside the Qs. The Qs out here today had a sideways move. They were down 21, sideways move, 20.9 million shares. The Qs also, they're at 111.39. That wants to go after those lows that were established out here on the 28th, which is 109.78. The big mover out here inside the NDX 100, which really didn't affect the NDX 100. It almost affected the Dow more than the NDX 100. Well, it did affect it, but let me walk you through that. Was Apple. Apple was down 380. You had 122 million shares traded. Volume exploded out of it. Bottom line, the way Apple is set up right now, you're going to continue to see a lower price in Apple. It looks like we're at 114, and the next stop in Apple is about $100. We'll see how it handles that level. Inside the NDX 100 today, what you had is this. The largest move, so we were down 12, almost 13 points, 12.9 to be exact. Putting juice into it was Netflix. Netflix was up $9.58. Regeneron was up $26. Now, Regeneron gave up $25 off its high, folks. That looks to me like it's going to probably gap down, and that's going to leave a monster island top. Priceline was up $43. That was what was putting juice into the NDX 100. Taken away from it. You had Skyworks down 381. Lam Research was off 265. After the close out here, one of the biggest numbers that are going to be coming out is Disney, and when those numbers do come out, we'll get you those numbers on Disney. Volume-wise out here inside the NASDAQ, you had a slightly higher volume in the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ did about 1.8 billion. That's still not high volume, however, on this leg on the way downtown. We take a look at the small caps. Now, small caps have continued to be the weakest ETF structure when we take a look at the Russell, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&Ps. We're at 122.03. What the small caps had done on the 28th is it broke the lowest swing point, broke it with volume. We're back. I suspect we're going to run down to those lower levels once again. We're at 122.03. The high of that level is 121.81. You can see we're right next to it. The low of that level is 119. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, gold keeps rejecting lower price. That being said, we don't have any buyers. No sellers, but guess what? No buyers. We need buyers in the market. What gold did out here today, got to 1080, rejected that level, had lighter volume. We did 107,000 contracts. The 1079.20, that was the low of yesterday. We had 174,000 contracts. We did 107 out here today. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? Let's go take a look at it. King dollar has been trying to get into this swing point and has continually failed the last 4 days. It got into it today. It took out the minor swing of 97.89. We did 36,000 contracts. We'll see how it handles the swing point as it came off the last swing, which was established out here on the 20th of July. It's going to need, in order to get price and volume going, it's going to need a good 45,000 contracts. We'll see if in fact it's going to get that type of juice on the way up. Bond market continues to say it wants higher price, lower yield. The 10-year right now is trading at 2.2, and what you're going to see inside this 10-year is that we back down with lighter volume. Now, there's going to be a lot of numbers after the close out here today. We'll take a look right now, and we'll start walking you through some of these numbers. One of the first ones out is ETSY, SD. So let's see what this company is. ETSY, right? Yeah, I believe so. So ETSY, yes. So SD closed at a price point of 21.40. It's trading right now. Well, actually, this is interesting. It traded all the way down to $16. This is, let's see, this company offers handmade and vintage items, art supplies. Bottom line is that this this is pretty wild, man. You talk about an equity that this went public, folks, on April 15th. They put 19 million shares out, and the price point was $16. And this just hit the $16 again. So this is going to have some big, this is going to be, I suspect, one of these that are going to be huge problems. The revenue was shot, no, actually, they made the revenue. The estimate was $59 million. They made 61.4. Loss per share, 7 cents. Gross margin, 64%. You stay right there, folks. Come right back.